I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. People in Chicago have been crying out for justice, equality, and fairness from their government for years. And it keeps getting worse. Unfair taxes, laws that unjustly imprison nonviolent offenders. The rich get richer, and the everyday people suffer. It's time for a change. With your help, I'm here to do it. I'm asking for your support as I run for mayor for the city of Chicago.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.
But there's a long tradition of these types of voices of conscience. So I just immersed myself in the world of St. Sabina and spent time with Father Mike and his peacekeepers and the community there and tried to learn as much as I could.
We love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
My participation is only because of Mr. Spike Lee, our leader, our director, and he reached out to me and blessed me with the opportunity to be in this film and said that his mission was to save lives in the south side of Chicago.
I'll just say like this. First of all, the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, letting me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
We are more than that. We are more than that. We're greater than that. And I feel like in places like this, or Chicago, or whatever you want to call it, the hood, whatever you want to call it, like, it's too much attention dwelled on the negative.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Hi, we're from Empire, and you're watching the Higher Learning Network.
So how long have you been standing here?
Not too long, like an hour. So we're moving in fast. This is a good sign.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
And you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah,
that the Lord has sent us to do, and that is His promise. Thank you, and God bless you. Now we're going to go.
Okay, once again, I'd like to welcome you to our gathering here today for the purpose of endorsing Dr. Willie Wilson.
Otra vez le quiero dar la bienvenida, las gracias por venir para endorsar el Dr. Willie Wilson.
I want to also invite you to stick around after our time together so that we can break bread together, have lunch together. We have some submarine sandwiches coming, and we don't want those sandwiches to go to waste, so please hang out with us afterwards.
También queremos invitarles que se queden aquí después de la plática con el Dr. Willie Wilson. Tenemos una actividad afuera con submarine sandwiches y podemos disfrutar.
Nuevamente el orden va a subir Rey Rubio. Él va a presentar a base de una biografía muy breve del Dr. Willie Wilson.
And we're going to have Ray Wilson is going to come up and
Ray Rubio.
Ray Rubio is going to come up and give a biography of everything that's going on with Dr. Wilson.
Y después de la biografía, el doctor va a subir y va a dar unas palabras.
And after that, after the biography, Dr. Wilson is going to come up and say some words.
Después vamos a invitar a algunos pastores que les hemos pedido que pasen y compartan unas palabras de apoyo al Dr. Willie Wilson.
And then we're going to have a few pastors come up and give some words in behalf
of endorsing
Dr. Wilson.
Después vamos a pedir a todos los pastores y pastoras que suban a la plataforma y vamos a estar orando por el Dr. Willie Wilson.
And then we're going to ask all the pastors to come up to the platform and we're going to be praying for Dr. Willie Wilson.
Tenemos en estos momentos representado aproximadamente, y si cometo un error, por favor, tengan paciencia conmigo. We have at this time approximately, I would say, 12 denominations. Wow, 12
denominaciones en este momento.
Okay, and so that represents a large group, a large evangelical Spanish setting in the Chicagoland area.
Y eso representa una área amplia de la comunidad de Chicago para estar aquí representado.
Entonces, así lo vamos a hacer y por favor vamos a tratar de tener un poco de paciencia, vamos a estar filmando y si llega algún medio de comunicación durante nuestra presentación, por favor vamos a mantenernos enfocados en lo que se está llevando a cabo.
And we ask you to be patient with us. We're going to be programming this other means of communication showing up, so please be patient with us as we
Mi nombre es Rey Rubio, and they gave me the best part, which is talk about the doctor, Dr. Willie Wilson. Someone that I admire, someone that I love. And from here on, I'm going to be speaking in Spanish. Me han dado la mejor parte, que es hablar de alguien que yo admiro y que respeto y que amo, el Dr. Willie Wilson. Hace como 7 u 8 meses conocí al Dr. Wilson y quedé muy impresionado con su humildad, con su carácter, con su forma de ser. Un hombre que se gana $65 millones al año, regala muchas veces un 95% de lo que le sobra después que paga todas las cuentas. Tiene que ser una persona muy especial. Y hace como 3 meses comencé a trabajar con él de voluntario y para mí ha sido un verdadero honor trabajar con alguien o para alguien que tiene un corazón de nobleza, tiene un corazón más grande que la ciudad donde él quiere ser alcalde. El Dr. Wilson está haciendo cosas que ningún otro candidato está haciendo. Y por eso yo creo que Dios le va a recompensar. Yo sé que Dios le va a recompensar. Porque el Dr. Wilson de veras siente y padece por los pobres. ¿Y qué le recuerda eso? Jesucristo, ¿verdad? Jesús, que andaba solamente con los pobres, que padecía por los pobres y que murió por los pobres. Y aquí tenemos el retrato de la misma situación. Un hombre que padece, me dice: Rey, yo no puedo dormir tranquilo sabiendo que hay gente durmiendo debajo de los puentes, gente que no ha comido, y por eso él regala su dinero. Lo regala sabiamente, porque él solamente él estudia la situación y entonces procede. Hemos comenzado una labor grande, necesitamos la ayuda de todo el mundo, pero vamos a ganar. Entonces, vamos a presentarles ahora a este hombre de Dios, este hombre que de verdad siente y padece por los que necesitan, por los pobres y por toda la ciudad, porque si hay pobres en una ciudad, eso afecta a toda la ciudad, la gente no se percata de esos detalles. Y si hay gente que padece y que tiene hambre y que no tiene dónde dormir, gente que están perdiendo sus hogares, sus casas, gente que no tienen para pagar los cargos de impuestos de la propiedad, pues ahí está el doctor. Sacando gente de las cárceles que no pueden salir y son inocentes, pagando los abogados, pagando las multas para que puedan salir y se puedan defender. Y así sucesivamente, ayudando a la gente que sale de las cárceles y no tienen dónde vivir, no tienen trabajo. Él les ayuda. Y esto no empezó a hacerlo ayer, ni el mes pasado, ni el año pasado. Lleva 30 años haciéndolo. Solamente que no se le había dado publicidad anteriormente. Así que recibamos con un fuerte aplauso a mi héroe, mi mentor, el doctor Willie Wilson.
Let me thank everybody for coming. Thank the Lord for His amazing grace. And to all the pastors who's here today on this special day. I want to thank you for coming out and endorsing me for mayor of this great city of Chicago. We promise that we will serve all citizens of Chicago, and we promise that we will do the right thing that every citizen or every mayor should do. There will be no exclusion. There will always be inclusion in terms of all citizens of Chicago. I'm running because I'm concerned about the city. I'm running because I think we should all come together as one people, and that's one people as people of God. I do believe in some of the need that we have in all of our churches. I do believe in silent prayer within the school. I believe in that. You know, we should make sure we try to do all those things for the kingdom as well. Everybody should have their choices to make. We have to serve all of the people. We believe in economic equality in terms of contracts, economic equality in terms of jobs, you know, parity, all the things that reflect that we have to make a decent living. We believe in equality of our schools. Most of our schools have been closed down, and those that open up have oftentimes struggled a lot. We make sure we have the computers in those schools, new schools, make sure we have the technology and what it takes to make sure our kids are studying things for the future, not in the past. Some of these schools you go to out in the Welton neighborhood downtown, they're in the future by having these computers and things project the future, technology. Our kids are still studying from the book things that in the past. We must make sure that those schools are the same in our community as any other community. So I'm running for those reasons and other reasons to make sure that our taxes, real estate taxes, property taxes, not to be going up on people who got to pay taxes, and when they don't have the money already to make a living and to keep their home. We must make sure people stay in their home, not out of their home and taken by people who comes in and buy the property taxes from underneath them. And we must also, when a business out here gets in trouble, the first thing they usually do is go to the politician and ask the politician to give them a bailout to save their business. We must make sure that we set aside a trust, the dollars and things that's coming in, can put 10%, 5%, or 15%. Those dollars can be set aside so when our citizen gets into trouble, we can bail our citizen out too until they get on their feet. Right. Those are things that are very, very important. If we can do it for the businesses, we can do it for our citizens. We can do it for the businesses. We can do it for our citizens. Our citizen must come first. Once you invest into the citizen, all those things will come together. We believe in that we should get rid of the red light cameras. We believe in that we should get rid of the red light cameras. We believe in that we should get rid of the red light cameras and boots of the cars.
Amen.
Those things that come into our community to take our dollars and things of that nature and to use it for otherwise while we still struggle to get food to eat. You know, we put all these things in place, and we must also think about the homeless. You know, the homeless.
Yes.
Of our cities. The homeless, we must make sure they have an administration, our administration, part of the administration. We must have the people who are middle class, people who are struggling, the least of these should be here. We must have people within our administration. Even the person that's sleeping on the ground, a whack or dry, or don't have a home. Even the person that's sleeping on the ground, a whack or dry, or don't have a home. That way we serve all citizens of Chicago. That way we serve all citizens of Chicago. Those things are important. And sometimes you can become homeless because you might have lost a job, or you might have had illness in your family. You know, for a lot of different reasons. You may have went through a divorce or something of that nature as well. So those different reasons there, you shouldn't have to throw a person out and forget about it. You know, if we can take and spend billions of dollars, over in other countries, that something goes wrong, earthquake, we spend billions of dollars. We can spend it right here in the city of Chicago on our people as well.
Amen.
We have an earthquake right here in Chicago as related to our people in Chicago. And we must focus on that. We reflect the condition of the makeup of City Hall. There must be Latina, African American, White American, Asian American. There must be an inclusion. You cannot very well run a city of Chicago this side unless you have everybody included into it. Because if you don't mix the people within the administration, you will miss the city of Chicago and what it represents. Neighborhood must be clean, street cars and things of that nature. We must make sure that they run through the neighborhood. Our senior citizen must be able to have those who cannot afford it. Our senior citizen must be able to ride the public transportation free of charges. Right. senior citizen should not be forced to decide whether we want to buy medication or whether we want to buy food. You know. Things of life. If they can put $8 billion into O'Hare Field, certainly we can make sure our senior citizens can have free health care. You know, we can make sure they got the housing and things the right way, food on the table, free transportation. We can make sure all those things are fixed. And last but not least, our education system. All of our young men and young ladies, all nationalities, should make sure that if they cannot afford to pay for their college education, the city of Chicago must set aside a trust fund, make sure they get education free of charge. Right. How you gonna build those particular dollars? We create the different things that we bring other revenues into our particular cities, such as the casino, open up the McField Airport, those extra dollars there. A lot of dollars been spent from mismanagement of it. You bid out those particular contracts to everybody can benefit from it. You bid them out. You don't give them to just your friend, but you give them to the citizens of Chicago, and you create small businesses. You give a grant to those small businesses in order to survive. You give a grant to our churches and things of that nature to make sure that they can also have the education system put into their own churches, such as computer literature, you know, drug abuse, you know. You're doing it already now, and you just don't get paid for it, you know. So I will close by, again, thanking Pastor Badell for making it happen. All of you all who's here today is very, very important to me personally. I'm not running for money. I'm 70 years old, and I'm not looking for a job. Right? We're running to help our citizens of Chicago, bringing us all together but not separate us. I would never lie to get your vote. I would never ever lie to get anybody's vote. Yeah. That's important for you to know. I am a Christian, you know, and so my integrity is what's important to me, right? And that's not for sale. I've been already bought once, right? I've been bought by Jesus Christ. I cannot be bought again. God bless you. God bless Chicago. God bless all of you all. God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
God bless Dr. Willie Wilson. He is a blessing for Chicago. Ahora vamos a llamar a algunos de los pastores y líderes que están aquí con nosotros, dándole apoyo al Dr. Willie Wilson en su candidatura. Y vamos a comenzar con el pastor Carlos Chica.
Buenos días para todos. Mi nombre es Carlos Chica, del Ministerio Chequina a las Naciones. No sé si quisieras traducirme.
No,
parece. Estoy aquí porque estoy apoyando a un hijo de Dios. Estoy apoyando a un caballero del reino. A un hombre, como decía el rey, que cuando lo conocí me impactó muchísimo porque se viste de una genuina humildad. Eso marcó mucho mi corazón. Damas y caballeros, pienso que nuestra mejor opción para la alcaldía de Chicago es el doctor Willie Wilson. ¿Y por qué lo pienso? Porque llena los requerimientos que como ministro de la ciudad necesitamos ver en una persona que quiere ocupar la silla del alcalde. Número 1, es un hijo de Dios. Número 2, es un adorador del Señor. Número 3, es un hombre con un gran corazón para Dios y con un gran corazón para el prójimo. La silla de la alcaldía de Chicago debe ser ocupada por una persona que esté llena del Espíritu Santo. Y el doctor Willie Wilson lo es. La Biblia dice, como siervo de Dios lo sabemos, que cuando el justo gobierna, Chicago se va a alegrar. De manera que estoy apoyando 100% la candidatura del doctor Willie Wilson para que él sea el próximo alcalde de nuestra ciudad. Estamos contigo, nuestras oraciones están contigo, Dios está contigo. Te necesitamos en la alcaldía de Chicago. Amén.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed, into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness sessions on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
Hi, my name is Julie Myrista. I'm with the American Heart Association. And we have been up to our ears in sweetened beverage tax, so I so much appreciated the 5-minute meditation today that allowed me to get back to my center, take a few deep breaths, and really focus on what's important.
Shalom and good God morning. And thank you for joining me today on blogtalkradio.com, The Female Solution. It's your Monday morning mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Mindfulness stress release coach. I'm just here to make your day better.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Chicago is a big city, 234 square miles. We have 50 aldermen to watch over our neighborhood, but only one police superintendent. As mayor, I will add 3 more superintendents and form separate districts for them to be responsible for and bringing top management to the police force closer to our citizens.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.
I could not rest if I've gotten mine and you haven't gotten yours. Something just ain't right about that.